Adam here from the Walser Automotive Group, and what I want to do today is take you on a test drive. So next to me here I have the 2024 Honda Pilot TrailSport. So we'll look at the interior, the exterior, and then go for a spin around and see what we think. All right, so now we're behind the wheel of the 24 Honda Pilot, and again, this is the TrailSport trim. So the first thing you notice when you hop in is this cool orange stitching that runs through the vehicle, goes into the floor mats on the dash, so we'll touch on that in a little bit, but let's get going. So this vehicle has a drive-by-wire system. So that means there's no large shifter up here. It's not a column shift. It's got these 4 little buttons down here. So drive, reverse, neutral, and park. So that frees up space for your cup holders. And then I've got my phone on the wireless charging pad down here, and that's gonna be paired to our Apple CarPlay system. So this is gonna have wireless Apple CarPlay as well as Android Auto. And that makes it so easy when you're out on the road. You hop in, fire it up, it's already connected, and you can get your phone charging no matter where you're going. So I've got my Spotify, my Google Maps in there, and I can also use the voice controls on the steering wheel to help me control some things so my attention is focused on the road, not messing with my phone or with the screen. Now, looking at the Honda Pilot, let's talk a little bit about the interior stuff. So the Pilot can be a 7 or 8 passenger vehicle. This particular one that we have here in the TrailSport is going to have the captain's chairs, so that's going to be a 7 passenger seating vehicle. So the captain's chair's in the back, and then the third row is actually a decent amount of room. Now the Pilot is a large SUV, so you would expect to have a decent amount of leg room. So if you're throwing the kids back there or some people, it's gonna be more than enough space, and it's very comparable to a lot of the third row SUVs in this segment. Now the second row is going to be really comfortable. There's another climate control back there. There's going to be USB chargers as well as kind of a household outlet. And then in the third row, you also have USB chargers. So for the driver, this is where it's really great because these heated seats are super comfortable. They're going to be heated for the driver and the passenger. As you work your way around the rest of the Pilot lineup, you can also do air-conditioned seats, but my main focus today is on the heated steering wheel. It's cold. We're in Minnesota, just about headed into winter time, so I click this little button here and I've got a heated steering wheel. This is the leather wrap with the orange stitching that runs through here, which is really cool, and it's going to keep your hands nice and toasty during the winter. So this TrailSport version, the big difference is going to be on the exterior as well. So this one has about a 1-inch lift on it, so it's going to sit a little bit higher than the standard Pilot. It's also going to have skid plates underneath the vehicle. So if you're going to the cabin or going off-roading or trail driving, this is going to be the best fit out of the Pilot lineup. Now it's also going to have these cool Continental tires on here with these special TrailSport wheels, and you'll notice some of the badging on the exterior and the grille. It's really cool looking. I love the white. There's a different blue color that's really cool as well, and I think if you're into the outdoors or if you're maybe wanting something a little larger but still want it to look cool, this TrailSport is definitely one to check out. But a few other things now that we're out on the road. This is going to have the adaptive cruise control. So I click it on, I can set 4, 3, 2, 1 distance ahead of me, and when I set it, that's going to monitor the highway or the road ahead of you. So like I said, doing that long cabin trip, or if you're doing a lot of highway driving, it will speed up and slow down with the traffic in front of you, which is a really cool feature to have. Like I said, if you're crushing a lot of highway miles or even just around town at 45 miles an hour, you can click it, set it, and there's also going to be a lane mitigation system. So it will beep or notify you. You can see the 2 green lines in the center when you're in your lane, and it's very helpful to keep you and your family safe when you're in the vehicle. Now beyond that, this is also going to have blind spot monitoring. The Honda safety sensing system is so good in these vehicles. It's not super intrusive, which is another thing I found in some of the other makes out there. There's a lot of beeping and there's always stuff going on, but this one, it just notifies you when you're in a little bit of trouble or if you need some help, which is a really nice feature to, again, keep you and your family safe. Now we're at the stoplight, right? Auto start stop, so it goes dead silent in here. It's nice, it's quiet, it's comfortable, and it's not, again, one of those systems that is very herky-jerky once you get going again, right? Some of those systems are a little intrusive, but this one, it's smooth. The engine kicks right back on and you're off and going. So this TrailSport is going to be an all-wheel drive system. Now what that means is it's going to give you the sure-footedness. Like I said, we're heading into winter time, so when it starts snowing, it's going to be great. Or if you're going into those off-roading trails, this would be a great model for that. So if you are hauling snowmobiles around or side-by-sides, this has a towing capacity of 5,000 pounds. So it can tow maybe your camper or, like I said, 2 side-by-sides on a trailer. So there's a lot of usability out of the Pilot as well when it's properly equipped with that tow hitch. So again, kind of back to the second and third rows. The second row, I was amazed how many cup holders and usable things are back there. There's those window screens that you can pull up, so if you've got an infant in the back or a child who doesn't like the sun coming in, you can pull those up and set it to keep the sun out of their eyes. And in the door, there's lots of cup holders, there's lots of space. And if you go for the 8-passenger vehicle, so some of the different Pilots, like I said, come configured different ways, that one has a center seat that you can actually take out of the middle and store in the back. So that's a pretty cool thing, that if you don't need that center seat, or if you want to make it easier for the kids to crawl in and out or anyone into the third row, you just pop it out and it goes into the cargo area in the back and stores away safely. But with this one, again, this has the captain's chairs, so they're going to be comfortable back there, and it still gives you room for 3 more people in the third row. So that second and third row can fold down. You can click a little button on the second row that kicks it up and slides it forward to let people into the third row. And if you're not hauling people around, you can do that third row folded, either one side or both sides, and that gives you a ton of cargo space in here. So if you need to haul any larger objects, that is going to be really great. Now, one other thing that's really cool, the panoramic sunroof in here is great. Definitely opens it up in here. It keeps the heat out in the summer when you close the shade, or when you open it up, you're going to get a lot of natural light, and with the darker interior, that's a pretty great feature. So this has the 6-cylinder engine, and I mean, it's got more than enough juice to get you going. We're kind of merging out onto the highway here, and I've been driving it around a little bit this afternoon, and I've just been very happy with my time behind the wheel. Something that Honda jumps out that everyone knows is their reliability, right? They run for a long time. You just kind of hop in, you don't think about it, change the oil, maintain them, and they're going to last you a very long time. And I don't think this Honda Pilot is any different. I mean, they've been building the Pilot now for so long. I think they've got it pretty well nailed down. And this is a great vehicle for, like I said, the family, or if you're into the outdoors, the TrailSport trim is absolutely one you want to look at. So what do we think overall? Lots of technology, great equipment in here. I mean, it's extremely comfortable. I love the exterior looks of the TrailSport with that off-road inspired theme to this vehicle. I mean, overall, if you're in the market for a third row SUV and you don't want something that kind of blends in, you want something that stands out a little bit, I think you absolutely got to get out, take the TrailSport for a spin and see what you think. So that was just a brief look and drive in the all-new Honda Pilot TrailSport. Now, if you'd like more information, you can visit us online at walserhonda.com or stop by anytime and take your own test drive in the all-new Pilot. Thanks again for watching.